Hey guys, happy Monday. Jim Bass Group and Real Estate Teams with your weekly real estate update. So I hope everybody had an awesome Valentine's Day weekend and, stayed safe, stayed warm, stayed dry in this wintry, weathery mix that we've been having. So look, I continue to keep you guys updated on real estate matters in regards to values and opportunities and new construction and financing. Where I think we need to shift a little bit is some monthly maintenance tips. So I'm going to call out 4 or 5 of my favorites for this time of the year that I think are incredibly important, and then I'm going to give you a detailed list below, so take a look at that. First and foremost, cleaning out your lint filters in the dryer. First of all, that needs to happen every single time you run the dryer. Clean it out, keep a box beside it, and just dump it in there, right? Not waiting till it blows all up. Making sure the outside vent is clear. If you start to see big chunks of lint out there, it probably means your vent needs to be cleaned. You can have your dryer vent and your HVAC vents cleaned by professional companies. They do a great job with that. Also, there's louvers on the outside that open when the heat's coming out and then close when it's off. Make sure those are functioning properly. They don't get frozen in place with the ice and things that we've had. Also, make sure all the louvers are in place and do not get broken off. We've seen a number of instances where birds have gotten in there and created a nest, and then the backfill or the backlog is horrible. It can actually cause an electrical fire for a dryer, and then even worse if your gas can be carbon monoxide poisoning. So that's a big one, right? Also, this time of the year, smoke detectors, carbon dioxide detectors. They recommend changing your batteries every 90 days or so. By law, since 2018, all sellers are required by law to have the 10-year sealed lithium-ion smoke detectors and carbon dioxide detectors. So guys, go ahead and let's just knock it out, right? You can never figure out which smoke detector's chirping. It's always the middle of the night. Is it that one? Is it this one? It's a nightmare. Be done with it for 10 years. 10-year sealed lithium-ion smoke detector, carbon dioxide, bite the bullet and get it done. Don't have to worry about it for a decade. Number 3, downspouts and gutters, right? We've had some ice and everything. Make sure your gutters are still in place, still hanging properly, not tilting the wrong way and spilling out, not coming down a downspout. Make sure your splash guards are in place, pushing water away from the foundation. If you have any drainage tubes, make sure they're connected and pushing all the water away from the house. If you've got any unfinished area in the basement, go down and check it out. Make sure nothing's coming the wrong direction. I had a flood a couple years ago. It's a nightmare. I didn't realize there's a life expectancy on sub pumps. So if your sub pump is 7, 8, 10 years old, you might want to just go ahead and get it taken care of in case you get overloaded like we did with that 7-inch rain. Big problem. Take care of it early and often, right? Number 4, HVAC. Make sure you are changing your humidifier filters. They get all full of calcium and everything. They need to be clean. Make sure they're draining properly. Also, your air filters, more times than not, service calls because of not proper heating or not proper cooling are due to bad airflow, which is simply a filter. Guys, buy the pack, 4 or 5. You can get them Amazon. You can get them Home Depot. Just once every 90 days. Set a timer on your calendar. Once every 90 days, swap them out. Number 4 or 5, I guess. Here's a big one. I thought it was just me. I keep having this one sink that keeps giving me issues. And I've gone to the store several times to get some more Drano, and they're out. So apparently I'm not the only one having these troubles. So I did some research and found out a great way to really clean these is to dump the Drano or some of these other contaminants in there. Make sure you read the warnings and everything else, and then dump boiling water behind it. Make sure the clog it's draining. You don't want it to blow back in your face, get chemical burns. Full disclaimer, I'm not an attorney, nor am I a plumber, but it seemed to really flush it all out. Once it's all taken apart and cleaned out and you've got good flow, then do you dump the water in, then disinfect it. A cup of salt, a cup of baking soda, a cup of vinegar, 30 seconds, and the boiling water will just kind of flush it all out. But again, make sure the water can flow. Last but not least, number 6, make sure you've got batteries for flashlights. We've narrowly avoided a couple major ice storms, and your cell phone flashlights aren't going to last so long without electricity. So make sure you got the big funky D-cell batteries that we never use. Put them in big clunky flashlights. Old school works without electricity. Other than that, continue to be safe, be smart. Experience isn't expensive. It's priceless. If you need anything on the real estate front, Jim Bass Group and Real Estate Teams, 301-695-0000, the easiest number in real estate. Brokers 301